Andy, nice to meet you.
Casey. Hi.
So this is incredible. I had no idea you guys had a camera coming out. And the first thing I noticed off the bat is it seems like the design you have on it is kind of open source. Like you're not trying to make everything yourself. You're allowing for other vendors.
Exactly right. Yeah,
What's the quick little overview? And also, how do you pronounce the name?
The name is Cion. So the name is an Old English word, and the word means the offspring of an illustrious family. So we think that kind of fits. Yeah. That's nice for us. Or it means a new growth, a new life. So we think this is sort of perfect for it.
I agree. So it's 4K badass, basically.
Pretty much so, yeah. So just going back to your open side of it, yeah. The camera is entirely non-proprietary. So things like /20s everywhere. Every single output and connector is standard size. Doesn't need anything in between. Everything is normal. Regular HDMI, regular BNCs. We think that's critical in terms of making people pick it up and use it. If you have RE kit, we have M6 style rosettes on the case.
Saw that. Classy, classy.
And in terms of the whole thing itself, it's one of the very few cameras out there that you can genuinely call ergonomic. So i.e. it's been designed entirely around human operation and human interaction, which is pretty much the key to most things.
So you're saying it's not just a box with a sensor.
It's not a box with a sensor, exactly right. For 100 odd years, cameras moved towards this point, and there was a reason for that. We got good at knowing what we needed, and it was this. This was something, and we wanted to do this. Or we want to do that, or we want to put it on here, we want to move it around. This gives you straight out the box the ability to do that. Now, we launched yesterday at our dealer meeting, and there must have been 50 or 60 people had a go with this in rapid succession. The great and the good, the tall and the small. Everybody, to a man or a woman, went, that's comfortable. You know, you have to adjust the viewfinder, of course you do. But in terms of straight out the bat, you're covered.
And also something else, the aesthetic of it. It's a beautiful camera.
Yes.
It was just powder coated metal.
Yeah, I mean, so this is a magnesium case. Now, magnesium means when you take this out of the box, it's 6 pounds before you add accessories, which is extraordinary. Yet, if you see these panels, if you take one from an engineering desk, you can't flex it. Yet it feels like polystyrene in the hand. It's incredible. When the first parts arrived, they were all in one box.
And you guys were stoked.
It was like, this doesn't weigh anything, what the heck? But yeah, and I'm really pleased you used the word aesthetic. So the whole marketing around Cion is built around the phrase, the science of the beautiful. And which is the definition of the word aesthetic.
Which honestly it is. It is, man. I mean, the wood detail on this.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's such a throwback to like classic filmmaking that I think it's like you said, it's kind of being lost in some areas of this industry.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see you guys come back at it.
Oh, we really appreciate it.
And it's a just really quick, I think it's 4K and 120 frames, am I correct?
Yeah, so in terms of the formats that we record to, so we are entirely ProRes internally to SSD pack media that we produce. We can do up to 4K, 30 frames a second at 444 ProRes. And you can go down from there and work the math out and see that there's everything else underneath. If you want to do 60 frames a second at 4K, we can do it at 422. But critically, we have the holy grail, which at the moment for sports replay is 4K, 120 frames a second. We do that out of the 3G SDIs, and then over behind me we have the Corvid Ultra, which we can then debay that on the fly, and you can take your region of interest and play it back. It's awesome. And that's just the same camera, so it's not as if you would buy this and come back and say, I want to add the high frame rate and it's a module.
Right.
No, Cion contains all these features out the box.
And it can do, in 2K, can it do 120?
You could do 2K, yeah, it just divides down. So
I see, okay, got it.
Yeah.
So it's a stupid question is what you're saying.
No, not particularly, no, because I am not a math man. You can say where I'm from, I'm aesthetics and style, that kind of thing. In terms of the maths, yeah, you can work back down through all those. So yes, you can do, so internally you could do 2K, 60, 444, because you've got the bandwidth to do that. Right. But it's worth pointing out, that's a guaranteed performance with our media. So that will change. Over the next year, there's much faster bandwidths coming from SSDs. Sure. So as soon as we're happy that we can give you the guaranteed performance, you'll see increases there. It would just be a firmware upgrade as usual. You download it and upgrade it from here. So you've got the Ethernet port. And while we're on the Ethernet port, it's just worth adding, any of these cameras can be slave controlled remotely. And not only that, we have that showing over there, you can see a live feed in your web browser.
Well, that's just stupid.
Which is crazy. So
no one needs that.
It's all there. There's so many nice things that will just keep growing with the system as well.
And it's they're all going to be PL mount, correct?
They are all PL mount. But again, going back to what you said earlier about open, It's 4 screws on the front, and there's always one, isn't there?
It happens.
4 screws on the front to take the PL mount out. Now we chose PL because it's been the longest standing and offers you the highest quality glass. Sure. 4K is super demanding, right. So we say that fits. Now, I would imagine as we speak, somewhere in the world, someone is working in a CAD application, making an EF mount or something like that.
And yeah,
the whole aftermarket, third-party accessories.
Embrace the open source.
Absolutely.
There's plenty of engineers out there who will make things for your camera. Yeah. And what's nice about it is you guys have the attitude of welcoming that.
Open.
And exactly, because we're all just trying to make that shoot happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, and in terms of when you look at the operational side of that, ergonomically speaking, you know, you're not going to be stuck on set. You've got your accessories, they're fine. They're all going to fit to this. Any cabling is going to fit to this. That's fine. But critically, say the 3 of us were operating this. You know, I'm the DIT. I've got access here. It's no problem. I'm in. Whoever's the camera assistant, you've got access to everything that's outputting here. And whoever's operating is on this side. Yeah, if you take it out on your own, you're good to go.
Right.
So it kind of, again, no one's really addressing those things. Putting P-tap power on the top where you need it.
Which, by the way, so smart. I can't tell you how many times that we have to rig up in our rental packages battery plates just to create a D-tap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't have to do that at all anymore.
It's all there. You're good to go.
And it's all for how much?
$8,995.
That's just stupid also.
2-year warranty as well.
Really?
Yeah. Straight out the box. And it will be here this summer.
Well, Andy, it's been a pleasure. Beautiful camera.
Thank you very much.
I'm excited to see what you guys do, and go forth and conquer, my man.